Hello everyone, welcome back to SAYAM DRAWS RADIO. So glad you could join me today. As always, we're just going to be drawing together, so feel free to draw along or just sit back, relax, and enjoy the stream. We're going to be continuing our animation of that. This is part 11, and let's get right into it. Gonna see a lot of this starting to come down. I had a pizza for dinner today, but after that I had what was it? A&W's English muffin, sausage and egger with sweet potato fries and a Coke. And it's way too much for me. But there's something about A&W, I think, that really doesn't work with me because I haven't felt this way in a while, but my stomach was cold and just didn't feel right. You know, you don't feel cold normally after eating hot food, but it felt cold and I just knew, okay, A&W's English sausage, whatever, all of its stuff, it's not for me. The last time I felt that way was about maybe 3-4 years ago. That time I was sort of eating fast food every day, McDonald's every day, and not just like regular old, just what is it called, quarter pounder and fries and Coke. No, I'd get like a whole bunch of stuff, you know, more than your body should intake, especially of fast food. And I just remember one day sitting in a McDonald's, eating away, and I suddenly felt that, my stomach was cold, and in fact, my whole body was cold, although I could feel it particularly in my stomach, but my whole body was cold. My whole body was cold, and It was shivering, like I was trembling, like, you know, if you... I'm a little bit sensitive to caffeine, so I will actually sort of tremble if I have coffee. I like coffee, but I will tremble a bit. And yeah, so I was cold, I was kind of shaking, my hands were shaky. And I just remember thinking to myself, like, this can't be right. Like, this can't be a normal reaction to food, you know. And so from that day forth, I actually quit. Sounds like I'm quitting some like addiction, but I guess in a sense it is. But I quit fast food, but not fast food, but McDonald's in particular, because that was the place I was eating at the most, and it was there that I noticed that things were a bit strange. So I stopped eating McDonald's. And only recently did I pick it up again, maybe about a year ago. But certainly not the same amount that I used to. And so that's kind of been like stopping me from feeling a bit too bad. Like, I don't feel bad anymore, like if I eat McDonald's like that, like just normally. But somehow A&W gives me that effect, so. And to be honest, I did notice a ton, like I'm not even kidding you, like a ton of grease in the English muffin. I was like, oh my god, like you know, they give it to you in this wrapper. It's not like a regular burger wrapper where it wraps the whole burger. It's like it's a kind of wrapper you would put like a hash brown in or something like that, you know. It's kind of halfway open, and at the bottom of the wrapper was just a pool of grease. And I was like, oh, well, hopefully that's the majority of grease that was in this muffin and is now sitting at the bottom of this wrapper. But I think that was a very bad and incorrect judgment. Anyways, so I don't think I'm gonna be eating there again anytime soon. Even now I still feel it a bit, you know. But yeah, 100%, you know, just cook at home. You know, that's the healthiest way to go. You know, there's so many bad chemicals in fast food and stuff like that. It's you know, I mean, to be honest, it's the same with store-bought ingredients made at home. For example, I bought bread, a loaf of bread, right? Regular ones, it's like, it wasn't Wonder Bread, it was some multi-grain bread, but it's just regular stock bread, it's nothing special, nothing premium, nothing organic or anything like that, just a loaf of bread. I got that, and about 2 weeks had passed, I suppose. And it was fine still, nothing wrong with it. It wasn't even growing stale because it was packaged well, just no mold, no nothing. It was totally fine. But my sister, she bought this nice bread, this kind of loaf of Italian bread or something. I don't know if it was Italian, but it's just a loaf of bread. But it was a good one, right? It was made, I guess the best word I can think of is like homemade. It was made basically it was made without preservatives, right? And she left that she didn't eat it for 3 days. And the whole thing turned green, And so I was just thinking to myself, like, man, if that's what happens without preservatives, then how many gosh darn preservatives are in my frickin' loaf of bread that I bought about 3 weeks ago? I even still have it now. It's been, I guess, a month and a week now or so. It's still totally fine. So, it still has a lot of preservatives and stuff, but I guess my main point is that restaurants would obviously have much more chemicals and stuff like that. At least fast food, right? I don't maybe food made at like a non-fast food place. I don't even know if there's a word for that, but just a regular old restaurant. Maybe they would be a lot healthier than fast food. But there was also like a post on the internet about how somebody left like a McDonald's a bun, I think. I don't know if it was just a bun, but I think they just put a bun and left it, like, without even refrigerating it or anything. They just left it out in the open or something. Left it for, like, years? Like, some number of years. And it was literally the same condition it was as when they had put it there in the first place. And yeah, I was just like, okay, that's probably not a good thing. So yeah, cook at home, guys. Cook at home. That's the best thing to do. You can put in a lot of vegetables. You can choose a good diet for yourself. It'll just be a lot better for you in the long run. For me, when I cook at home, I really prefer to cook something that's quick and easy. I never like to do something that takes a while. Oh, wait a minute. Upper lift, lower lift. Where's upper lift? I don't see it anywhere. That's lower lift. Where's upper lift? Oh, there it is. How to get all the way over there. Yeah, I never like to do anything that like takes over an hour. Preferably something that would take only about 30 minutes. The thing is that, people dislike, well, one of the reasons why people dislike cooking at home is because, a lot of dishes pile up, right? And the thing is, if you make something simple, you don't get many dishes. Maybe like a few plates, a few pans, a few bowls. That's it, though. Nothing else, really. So, I really do prefer just something simple, easy, nothing complex. So, examples of that would be like chicken salad sandwich, right? Just take some canned chicken, or flaked chicken, whatever, canned flaked chicken. You mix it with mayonnaise, chopped onions, what else? Smashed almonds, maybe chopped green apple, salt, pepper, bit of lemon juice. What else? I know there's something else I put in. Corn, sometimes I put in corn. Raisins. For me, I love raisins, so I have to have it. What else? That's pretty much it, and you just mix it all together, and voila, you're done. Doesn't even take 30 minutes, maybe 20 minutes, right? And then you just toast some bread. And done. Easy. And, you've got a nice, healthy meal, right? It's not bad for you. It's oh, and I like to maybe sprinkle it with some paprika on top as well. That's pretty nice. And not only that, but if you can make a chicken salad sandwich, then you can also make a egg salad sandwich, which I also love. Just, again, boil some eggs. Now, like I said, I prefer something short. So actually boiling eggs is the least favorite part for me, because it takes time. It doesn't even take that long. Maybe 8 minutes, a bit longer than that if you're really going for a good boiled egg. Which I do. I don't really like the insides undercooked. I prefer them fully cooked through. So, boil the eggs, right? Where you? Wow, that hand is small. Jeez. What was I thinking when I drew that? Yeah, egg salad sandwich. Love egg salad sandwiches. All you do is you boil some eggs, you cool them down, you peel them, you chop them up. Well, so you could just put the whole boiled egg into the bowl and mix it in with everything. But for me, I prefer to separate the yolk from the whites first. I chop up the whites, and then I mash up the yolk with the mayonnaise, mix it together. Then, you start adding the other ingredients, which again would be just the whites, and what else do I put in? It's been a while since I made an egg salad sandwich. I can't really remember what I put in there. I mean, technically you could just kind of leave it at that, but there was something that I put in it. Just can't think of it right now. But anyways, you know, you do that, you mix it in with mayonnaise. I guess, yeah, you could put corn in that as well. Raisins, I don't know. I guess I could try that, but I don't know. It just seems a bit sweet for an egg salad sandwich. It's not really my thing. And again, you just put in a bit of salt and pepper, maybe lemon juice. I'm not quite sure. I don't think you would do that for an egg salad sandwich. And then, yeah, you just toast the bread and maybe wash a piece of lettuce, you know, and put that on the bread, put the egg salad on top, sprinkle some paprika. Done, man. That's less than 30 minutes. It's easy, it's quick, it's good, you know. That's the thing too, homemade stuff. Always more delicious than outside food. Well, I guess it all depends. Like, as long as you are a adequate cook, right? You know, I don't dislike my own cooking, so I guess I can say that I am adequate, right? What else do I make? I like to make curry. Thing is, Asian foods will always take a long time. That's the problem. They're easy. Sometimes they're easy, but they take a long time. So I don't like them. I don't like doing a lot of Asian foods. But curry I like doing. Fried rice I like doing. What else do I like? I like to make carbonara. I watched the, what's his name? What's that guy's name? The famous, you know, chef or whatever. Not Gordon Ramsay. It's a different guy. He's very energetic and friendly, contrary to Gordon Ramsay. I mean, Gordon Ramsay is energetic, but he's a little bit on the mean side. At least for his shows, right? In person, he seems like a really nice dude. But, what's that guy's name? I can't remember. But yeah, just like some guy on the internet, famous chef dude. He's a guy who, there's a video where he's like teaching kids all about the unhealthiness of fast food, and like he shows how like chicken nuggets are made, right? And he shows the process of how they make it. They just take the leftovers and then they mix it in with this weird pink stuff or whatever, and it turns all pink into like this weird goo. And he's just like, this is what you're eating, right? And then kids are like, oh, gross, like, ew, no way, right? And then he's like, would you eat this? Like, if you knew that, so now that you know that chicken nuggets are this, you know, would you eat it? And they're just like, yeah! And he just has this look of disappointment. And then there was an edit of that video where someone played a song. Oh, they played it's like the Rick and Morty song, like really depressing. How did it go, that song? The Rick and Morty song is, it's from like the ending of one of the episodes. Oh yeah, it's the one that goes like da 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 da. Very dramatic, but that was hilarious. They're just like, yeah, totally. Like, we don't care what it's made out of. Just a disappointment. He was trying to teach kids, like, trying to teach the next generation to have a better attitude towards food and be more healthy, and they're just like, no, we want the bad stuff. It's like, oh my god. There's no hope for this future generation. But yeah, he has a video on YouTube teaching how to make carbonara, and it's pretty good. You know, it's very helpful. All you do is you get some guanciale. I'm not saying that right, but guanciale. You just cut that up, and what do you do with it? You put it on a cold pan, because apparently you want to emulsify the fat, whatever the heck that means. Just basically means that you're trying to, like, I don't know, render the fat, he said. I remember he said you want to render the fat. I don't know what the heck that means, but basically you want the fat to come out, because that's going to mix with the water and the egg and the stuff, so it just makes it better. Anyways, let me explain a bit better how to make carbonara. Yeah, so you cut the guanciale into small pieces, put on a cold pan, you render it, and while you're doing that, you cook the pasta, right? And you add pepper to the guanciale on the pan. You put a garlic, like a crushed garlic on it, so that it kind of brings its fragrance into the food. Then once it's done, once the pasta is done, you take out the crushed garlic, you put the pasta onto the pan, and you're going to hear a lot of... the important part is you have to turn off the heat. Turn off the heat. That's absolutely critical. You turn off the heat on the pan, and you put the pasta onto the pan. You get a lot of the sizzling going on, and you put some of the water on from the pasta water, basically, to stop the sizzling. And then what you do is you mix in the egg, right? You just crack one egg, you kind of mix that egg up, and then you pour it into the pasta, and you make sure to mix it. And the reason why you want to turn off the heat is because you want the sizzling to stop, so that the egg doesn't become like fried egg. You know, you want it to mix nicely into the pasta. You just mix it in, and done. That's it. It's so easy. Like 4 steps max, right? And then you just grate some, what's it called? Pecorino Romano on top of it. Add some pepper. You're done. Easy. It's delicious. Let me just do this leg, and then I'm gonna call it a day. But yeah. So hopefully, you guys haven't done a lot of cooking in your time. I highly recommend it. It's a lot of fun. And it doesn't need to be a lot of work, because if you just sort of do easy dishes, then there's no problem. Okay, that looks pretty good. Alright, I'm gonna end the stream here. Thank you guys so much for joining me on SAYAM DRAWS Radio. I hope to see you guys again soon, and until then, I hope you have a great day, or a good night, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.